Let me introduce you to a very special sim. This is Rover Ramble. He is childish, clumsy, cheerful, and absolutely adorable. This is also Rover Ramble, as is this, and also this. Rover is currently kitted out in his best rags to riches fare, ready for a brand new challenge, but you can expect this to change as his true purpose is to explore absolutely everything in The Sims 4, bouncing from world to world, sharing his best tips and tricks to help mostly me, but also you, experience everything the game has to offer. Let's begin, shall we? Our tale starts in Willow Creek because everyone gets it and because I once worked my way up to living next door to the Goths and it was the biggest sense of accomplishment I've ever felt. As the lights mysteriously turn on in the currently unoccupied Crypt Cabana, we turn our attention to Bargain Bend. Rover Ramble has just pulled up in his debug van and trailer. Despite the gloomy weather, he takes a moment to cloud gaze and decides to spend his time exploring his new home and getting to know his neighbours. Like many before him, he gets to work smashing rocks that are slowly spawning in the surrounding area, concluding that he does in fact like gemology after smashing only one single rock. Onwards with frog catching and more rock smashing, all the while undeterred as he is bombarded with Discovery Quest notifications. He digs around in a pile of dirt and then further down the road spots a mysterious tree that we will for now pretend we don't know leads to the Sylvan Glade. He does, however, snap a few photos of it before remembering to cheat his household fund down to zero in order to play this as a rags to riches style challenge. Poor guy. With the weight of a heavy wallet lifted from his pockets and oblivious to the challenges he faces ahead, he dashes to his final rock for the day, before spotting the rare and elusive glitch snapdragon in the community garden. Having discovered that almost every plant is out of season in this new save file he's found himself in, he tries his luck for one last frog. Conscious of not wanting to use gardening to become instantly rich, he thinks this could be a good alternative. But wait, what's this? Why, it's 4-star celebrity Brittany Cho right here in his backyard. Feeling suddenly starstruck despite being alive for less than a day and never having heard of this woman before, he attempts to introduce himself. It doesn't go well. No loss though, because he snags himself an autograph which he can either choose to cherish or net himself a few extra simoleons with when falling on hard times. A quick parting hug and it's back to the task at hand. The rags to riches true rite of passage, fishing. Rover puts on a fantastic physical performance despite only being level 1 in the skill. He bags himself an upgrade part, a nothing, and giving it all he's got in the most dramatic fishing sequence ever filmed that was sure was going to net us the big bucks we needed to get started in life, another upgrade part. He doesn't catch a single fish over the course of this entire day. Things are not looking great so far. Suspecting the garden will now have fully bloomed, Rover takes a jog round the neighbourhood, almost running into Summer Holiday, who has selfishly stopped right in the middle of the pavement to check her phone. Rover snags the glitch snapdragon. Good job, Rover, one less glitch in the game. And it occurs to him to use the new foraging skill, which supposedly should be great for rags to riches. He gets to work rummaging in the dirt. It's at this point that I start to wonder whether this skill is truly a curse in disguise. Rover wonders this too, but would never say because he's a cheerful and non-confrontational guy. It's welcome wagon time. He makes an elegant departure from the garden, briefly stopping at a suspicious individual scoping out the neighbourhood houses, and heads over to say hello to his new BFFs. Summer, having put away her mobile phone, glitches out madly. Presumably she's thinking about the complex topic of forming meaningful relationships within a simulation. Rover tells all his friends about how rubbish CDs were as a technology before discovering that he doesn't like fruitcake. A great shame. A quick spot of foraging sees him accomplish natural living level 2, and he takes the opportunity to politely summon a privy bush behind the van where no one will see him, inadvertently exposing himself to Molly Prescott in the process. As the sun sets on the day, he takes the opportunity to plant a couple of snapdragons in a lily before appraising the autograph he received from 4-star celebrity Brittany Cho and selling it for 300 simoleons. With an absolute pittance to his name, he makes a makeshift shelter to protect himself from the cold and dozes for barely any time at all before he reeks so bad he wakes himself up. Just shy of the simoleons he needs to bag himself a shower, stinking and exhausted, he thinks about the meaning of a simulated life, the new friends he made today, and makes a plan. He strolls right up and into his new BFF's home and proceeds to wash his hands no less than 10 times. Keep going, Rover. That's it. You're doing great. He took so long that I even have time to find this cursed angle of him doing it. He then helps himself to cold cuts from the fridge and subtly returns the revolting fruitcake. Back across the street, he beds down after his first day in the world, sleeping through the night before waking up looking like an absolute disgrace. He and I conclude that this natural living really isn't all it was hyped up to be. After briefly contemplating the existence of giant pink squid, Rover does a little frog breeding and clearing up, all the while wondering what else this world has to offer. Sprawling cities, forests, deserts and islands, delectable dishes, dangerous plants and money-making schemes, vampires, werewolves, witches and fairies, dust bunnies, gnomes and a guaranteed afterlife. What a world to live in. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.